Alrighty, we are back here with an episode of Paper and Plastic. I am Pop and Sloth, and I am joined today by a good friend of the channel, Paper Chase, Brother John. How you doing there?
What's up, dude? I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me. So glad we matched and coordinated our all black tees and our
Oh,
black beards.
yeah. Looking good, looking good. Keeping it sharp for the Tuesday broadcast.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
yeah, and obviously Dr. Plagueis couldn't join us this evening. He's on a top secret mission, I believe, and of course we were out of business last week, so we wanted to make sure we can get a show to you guys. And John was kind enough to step in for us. So we're gonna chat some comics, we're gonna chat some action figures, we're gonna chat a little bit of everything in between. Um, yeah, I think we're just gonna kind of casual freeform, see how things go, and hang out. And thanks, you guys, for joining us. Was there anything off the top of the show you wanted to chat about? Any pickups you got over the last week or so that you wanted to show off?
Yeah, if we're going 1 week back, there's I got quite a few pickups. I got a few raws I can show you, and then I got some slabs too. I'm gonna record a video tomorrow that is going to be basically Galaxy Comic Con in review. It was a kind of a larger con that came around here, and there were some larger artists there. Jeff DeCal was there, John Beatty was there, Jacques was there. So I got like a whole bunch of stuff signed. So I can share those slabs and signatures with you guys, and I got some raw stuff, and I got a present for you, sir. I bought something for you today. I don't know, the world's weird how things work out, but before I knew that I was coming on this show, is probably around 1 o'clock today, I drove by somebody's house that lives very near me, who was selling something, and I was like, Pop and Sloth would like this, and I went and got it, and I'm going to send it to Plagueis, and I'm going to reveal what that is on the show.
Oh, now I'm so excited. I had no idea about this. Well, this is just is the term kismet? Is that the proper term? But dude, this is crazy. Okay, yes, please. I want to see everything. I think everyone
Okay.
wants to see everything because this all sounds very cool.
So, okay, well, we'll go with some, we'll warm up to your gift.
Of
And
course,
then we'll end with the slabs. We'll warm up. We'll do your gift in the middle.
sure.
A couple of mail calls. Let's see. This beautiful thing came in today. So, horror is one of my main things in my PC, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So especially rare horror books. If it's modern, pre-code, rare stuff. This Halloween Night Dance #3 came in, and this is a cover by Greg Capullo, and an amazing cover. And I don't hear too many people chatting about this one, so I'm glad I got it at a great price. Super, super high grade. I mean, Capullo is amazing. And this is almost, I wouldn't even see this and say, oh, that's a Capullo cover. It's almost a little different than what he normally does. I don't know. Am I wrong in that?
No, you're totally spot on. Because if just seeing it now, I would not have guessed that that was a Capullo by no means. Because it's something with the lighting. Like it feels like
Yeah,
he's usually a lot brighter, with darker tones and kind of harder lines.
100%. Yes. This is extremely dramatic and almost Giallo-esque. Giallo is like Italian horror,
Yeah.
and they are very like dramatic lighting and dramatic things like that, things happening in shadows.
Yeah.
And if you look at Capullo's Spawn stuff, this is like night and day, pun intended, right? So this is very cool. So I got this. So I'm super happy about this. But we'll keep moving since I got a lot of stuff to get through here. Okay. The next, I love hunting on eBay for good deals. And I think this person was underselling this book because, well, this is a Spider-Man Noir #1, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's an awesome book, right?
Yeah.
It came out 2010, 2012, something like that. So it's around that area where print runs aren't the super highest. But this here is the newsstand. And newsstands, once you get into like the mid 2000s, newsstands are super, super hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that this guy was underselling this. I think I paid $90 for this, which is actually really, really cheap because there's only like maybe 2 on eBay ever like to be found. So was really happy to have that.
Do you think you realized it was a newsstand?
I don't think so. I don't think they did because no, you know what they didn't. You know why? How I know? Because they didn't advertise it. If you have a newsstand, and the value of that, you're going to put that in the title.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't think they realized that that was a newsstand. So happy to pick that up. Okay. I think that's the last. Is that the? Oh no. And then this one. Okay. Facebook Market. Find here. So this guy had this one book, right? His son was selling it. It was one book. And I shoot the message of, hey, what else are you selling? And this guy's like, well, this is my dad's. And he's got other books. So I contact the dad. We end up meeting up. He's got a giant plastic tool tote in the back of his truck.
Yep.
And pops it open. And I'm talking, we'll say 99.9% 90s books.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah.
I found one book in there. And it was this one right here. Fantastic Four, 49, first full appearance of Galactus, first cover of Galactus, classic Jack Kirby goodness right here.
What?
Yes. So I found this. So I got this. I got a first Ben Reilly, Web of Spider-Man 118,
Yeah.
a couple of other Frank Miller, Yellow Bastard, a few issues from that he had that, you know, the art on that is incredible. And I picked up all these things for $200. And which is insane. And then the Web of Spider-Man first Ben Reilly is like super high grade, most high grade copy I've ever had.
Oh my
So
God.
that was my other raw pickup. And then today I got you something.
Yeah.
So check this out. I don't know if you remember. Well, Plagueis and I were trying to do this thing where he bought some books from me.
Mhm.
Did he tell you about this? And they got lost.
Yes. Yeah.
He told you about that. Okay. Did he tell you what was in there?
The Digimon.
The Digimon.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm happy to say that today
Yep.
I found for a very good price
Yep.
for you another
I
Digimon
know.
number 1. So I got you, dude. I got you taken care of.
That's incredible.
But wait,
Okay.
there's more.
There's more.
I also got you a number 2. And then I found this other one. I found this number 3.
Oh my gosh.
And then I don't know if you're familiar with this series here. So it was a 4-part series, right? It was 4
Yeah.
issues. And they
Yeah.
were sold in packs. Okay. And they were sold as, this was also in like 2011,
Yeah.
towards the end of the newsstand age, right?
Yeah.
So these were actually sold in, we call them down here in New Orleans Rite Aid. Do you know what a Rite Aid is?
No.
Okay, Rite Aid is like a time saver, bigger than, it's more like a Walgreens.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
same as a generic Walgreens. So
Yeah.
these were sold in packs at Rite Aids down here, apparently. The reason why I know that, because to top it all off, I've got you a sealed pack of
What?
all 4 still in its packaging, never opened. So you have your reader copies and you've got a sealed in
What?
time copy. There you go. Yes,
That's
sir.
insane.
That is insane.
It's sorry. Okay, you got okay. Sorry.
And this,
Tell,
and this is how much Plagueis trust, I guess, our friendship. I was like, dude, send me $40. Just trust me. Pop and Sloth will like this. And he sent me so all that, we got you all this. And I'm gonna give this to Plagueis. He's gonna get it to you.
That's insane. Wait. Okay. So wait. So you found these on Marketplace? You were just driving
I
around?
found No, I found it on Marketplace, and then I messaged the lady. I'm like, I was like, hey, I was like, you know, I asked her what else she had, and of what she had, this was definitely the best stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I actually have 2 sets, one open, one non-open. And so I was like, okay. I was like, cool. I was like, well, can I come buy them from you tomorrow? And she's like, yeah. So she gave me her address when she realized, you know, I wasn't a stalker. And she ended up living like 10 minutes from my house.
Wow.
So I ran over there today and I picked them up. Yeah.
Wow.
Funny world.
First and foremost, thank you. That's insane.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, wow. Okay. You just threw me for a loop there. You just made my whole week.
Oh, well, good. Yeah, enjoy them. You can read them and then you have that cool copy that you can collect
Man,
as well.
I'm going to have such a crazy Digimon display in like the next. Oh my gosh. I thought you know, it's funny. I thought I saw someone selling a sealed copy locally here on Marketplace, but they were asking like a crazy, like it was. I thought it was like $200 or something. They were asking.
Maybe so. Yeah, probably.
And I was thinking, you know, that would be really cool. That'd be really cool, but
yeah,
I don't think that's going to be something. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Happy to help.
Okay. Holy. Okay. And you still got more to share, right?
Oh yeah. The slabs. Yeah.
Yes.
So okay. So GalaxyCon, me and my buddy Albert went, and a lot of really good artists. You know, we have what is it, Fan Expo that comes down here,
Yeah.
and we have a couple of other things, but nothing too comic artist heavy. This was probably the most comic artist heavy thing that's hit here in a while. So eight slabs here, 8 books. I think 3 of these I'm keeping. I think the rest are going to be for sale. So I'll kind of just blow through these. I picked up one of these on New Comic Book Day. Turned out he was showing up here, so I got this signed. This is The World to Come, number 1. This is the 1 per store variant. Christopher Priest was there, which is the writer, and he signed this copy here. So this came back a 9.8, which I was super happy about. So that one's for sale.
And that was just a book you picked up off the shelf?
Well, yes.
Well, more or less off the shelf.
Yeah. More or less off the shelf. Called the comic shop. I was like, yo, did y'all get this variant? And they did. And they held it for me kindly. So I picked that up. And then this, I was kind of hoping for a higher grade. This may be a CPR candidate, you know, crack, press, redo. Maybe. We'll see. But this is gorgeous regardless. So John Beatty was there, like I said. Punisher Limited Series newsstand. It got a 9.0. I'm kind of bummed about the grade on this. Honestly, if I thought it was going to get a 9.0, I think this is kind of harsh. Probably would have just kept it raw. This book here being a newsstand, maybe 9.4 or higher is kind of what you're looking for to get this graded, but still gorgeous. And the signature's there, right there, coming out the gun.
Yeah, that's
so that's super cool.
Wow.
And then I got this Secret Wars 8. That came in a collection. Beatty was there. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get this signed. So that came back at 9.2. Wow. You know, that's fine. I have that book already in the 9.8. So I'll probably keep that. I'll probably keep my copy and I'll sell that one. Okay. Now we're getting into some of the stuff I'm going to keep. This right here is Gore Noir. This is like a horror. They're very Kickstarter heavy. I think actually almost all the stuff they do is on Kickstarter. But they do all these like horror icon books and magazines and stuff. And their magazines have a lot of like, you know, horror news and movie news, kind of similar to Fangoria and things like that. So this is one they did with Art the Clown from Terrifier. You familiar with Terrifier? Yeah. So he signed this. And this is the 3D copy. Yeah, this came out amazing. So it got 9.8. And then he signed it. His name. Art the Clown, and then he actually did a little face, which counts as a remark. Wow. So this was really cool too. Had a cool conversation with him. Yeah. And so apparently, you know, the 4th one is coming out. Yes. And so the 4th one is going to start off with his origin story. So I asked him, I was like, you know, are you going to be makeupless in the beginning? And he's like, he doesn't know for sure because the director's kind of keeping his origin a little hush-hush. He said that they did talk about a few options for his original origin story, so he doesn't know which one he's going to go with, so he's kind of excited for that. And then he also said that he's not getting paid enough and he should get paid more. Apparently for the first 2 Terrifier movies, he didn't get paid anything. I know, right? Jeez. I know. And then the 3rd one, he did get paid, but very little. I mean, he is this character. He is this whole franchise IP. So he said, hopefully for the 4th one, he's going to get paid more. And so I was like, yeah, I hope you do. He definitely deserves it. And then he also said his ideal role is he wants to play the Joker. He's obsessed with the Joker, the man who laughs. Like he had a Joker jacket on. Like he wants to play the Joker. Pretty cool.
I could see it. That'd be okay. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Wow. I think I got 4 more. Take a sit.
Yeah, no. It's so cool having people like yourself come on the show and because in my world I don't get to come across anything as cool as half of the stuff you're showing off. So I'm just like this. I just love seeing it.
I'm lucky. It's just I'm lucky that, you know, I live next to a near city. Unfortunate that it's you know, around a lot of hurricanes and stuff. So it's all about, you know, just making it last, hopefully. Yeah. With all the shitty weather. This one's for sale though. This one does hold a lot of nostalgia for me. This was actually the first. All right, gonna go ahead and turn my man card in here a little bit. Okay. And but this is the first movie I ever saw. Okay.
Oh.
We're a Disney family.
Mhm.
My dad used to work there. He actually works there now again. Took me to see The Little Mermaid when I was like 4 years old in theaters, opening day, right?
Yep.
So this book here, this is actually a variant that's kind of the more, I guess, desirable out of all of them. But this is signed by Jody Benson and Christopher Barnes, both who voice Ariel and Eric in the animated movie, right? Disney Renaissance, man, animation Renaissance for Disney.
Yeah.
It started really with this movie.
Yeah.
I would say it's maybe the Black Cauldron, but that's just me and my dark side. So what was funny though, I didn't realize that Christopher Barnes.
Yeah.
I was more stunned when I realized that he played George Glass in the Brady Bunch movie. Completely didn't. Have you ever seen the Brady Bunch movie from the 90s?
I don't know if I've seen
Or
the
early
movie.
2000s. Okay. He's I think if you saw him you might recognize him, but yeah, he played him and I was like, "Oh wow, you're that guy." And so I thought that was kind of fun. So that was neat. So that is for sale. That's on my eBay page. I'm going to sell that. I'm not going to hold on to that one. This one here, I think I'm going to keep. This is Vampirella Volume 7, Number 1 from Dynamite. This was written by Christopher Priest, but this is an homage to Archie Annual Number 1. This is an incredible cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christopher Priest signed it at the bottom here. So yeah, very cool.
That's
I like that. Yeah. I like Vampirella covers.
Mm-hmm.
Plagueis, he showed you guys on the show. Plagueis saved me a Vampirella Number 1, a bunch of Vampirella books, but like her first appearance.
Oh.
And that was really awesome. Made my day. And then this right here, Vampirella has a lot of really hard to find covers. Mm-hmm. And this is one that I think in a couple of years, more people are going to be like on the look for. This is Trial of the Soul, Number 1. This is the Jeff DeCal cover.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah. And he was cool to talk to. Yeah, this is an amazing book. This book, I think, is limited to 250 copies. Yeah. I think there's only maybe 7 or 8 on the census, something like that. His signature is beautiful. The Hellhounds are amazing. He's very unhappy with the Trial of the Soul. I love a good trade dress. He does not like where they placed it. He thinks it kind of ruined his art. I was like, I like it. Jeff DeCal, very talented guy, a little on the touchy side. You can tell he can have his good days and bad days. Okay, finally, last thing. This was amazing. So I had this in a 9.6, cracked it out, and I'll just show you. Detective Comics 880.
Yeah.
Classic Jock cover.
Yeah.
This was a 9.6. I cracked it out. After looking, I was like, it's close. It's that borderline 9.6, 9.8. I was like, I'll be happy if it still maintains at 9.6 because once you crack it out, you don't know. You're just gambling at that point. You're gambling every time, but you're even more gambling at that point. Yeah. So I cracked it out. I went to Jock and I was like, how much is a remark? And his remark price was insane. And so I think it was something like he wanted it like $350, $400, where his signature was just $75. And he's doing this because he thinks people are going to flip the book and stuff, which, he's right. People will. Mm-hmm. But so I was like, okay, you can just do the signing for it. So I gave him the book to sign, and CGC, who's witnessing it, all of a sudden starts filming. They're like, can we put this on our webpage or whatever? And so out of nowhere, he just did the remark for free. Aha. This is a bat right here, actually. And then that's his signature right here. So he remarked it twice and signed it for $75, which was amazing. And then it came back at 9.8.
Oh, jeez.
So this is a wall book for a long time.
Jeez.
And that's it. That's the haul.
Counting your lucky stars.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm very grateful that he did that. Yeah, that was cool. Love that book. And that's it.
So a bit of a question for you then on that one. When you're looking at a book and it's graded, it's slabbed, it's a 9.6, and you're thinking, oh, it might be that 9.8. Mm-hmm. Like, what's going through your head? What are you looking at? Like, what's kind of like, because you're right, that is a gamble. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. I've never done anything close to that, so I'm just kind of curious. What's the thought process?
Well, a thought process first is, why do you want it to be a 9.8? Do you want it to be a 9.8 just because you like it? Do you want it because it's going to increase the value? So, if it's value wise, you just have to kind of do the math and look at what you're into the book for, the chances of it. Your chances of getting accurate grading is improved by how much you know how to grade, but not only grade, but also press and clean books. So the more you know what is fixable and what's pressable, that is when you can maximize like grading correctly and stuff like that, So I just look at like, do I really want this in 9.8? And for value wise, does it make financial sense? Most of the time, my slabbing is a decision based off of value. Because if it doesn't increase the value of the book, then I would just rather have the book raw.
Fair.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. So you're not necessarily looking at it. I mean, because to my eyes, at least, I can't tell the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8. Like other than like, an obvious problem. But if there's an obvious problem, it's probably not a 9.6. So yeah, I'm just curious, if there's something in particular you're looking for visually, or just more so like, oh, I'm just want to get it signed and cracked and.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of CGC graders have that problem as well. A lot of graders have that problem, just differentiating, because that's that thin line there between the 9.6 and 9.8. I mean, if you go by what they say 2 very, very small color breaking spine ticks, and then the rest of the book has to be flawless. What a lot of people don't realize is they actually balance that out with how sharp the corners are. So there's like this little balancing game that they try to play. And some are more accurate than others. I think we're kind of our backs are against the wall when we're asking human beings to grade comic books. I just think it's a feat that's just very, very hard to do. And until like there's some sort of technological way to accurately grade, it's not going to be. We're just kind of hoping for a close estimate right now is what we have to deal with, and knowing that it's not biased by a seller, it's a third party opinion that's taking all the bias out of it. That's the best we can hope for right now. But the short answer to your question is like 2 spine ticks, very, very small, could still hit a 9.8. Other than that, it's a 9.6 or lower.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was watching this video on Instagram the other day where it was someone who had purchased a graded Pokemon card, cracked it, was hoping it would be a higher grade. I think it was just like an 8.0 or something. They submit it to CGC. CGC gives it back. It's an 8.0 again. They send it off to Tag, who I'm not sure if you're familiar with Tag as a grading company, but they use like AI, like mathematics and algorithms, and like no human looks at it. Like it's all scanned in all sorts of different, ways, and I don't know how, science. Science grades it.
Yeah.
And that came back a 9.8. So he posted about it, and Tag actually went on there and said, oops, like there's, the noticeable issue that CGC noticed was something our machines didn't pick up.
Interesting.
We actually need you to send that back so we can rectify it.
Sure.
So it's this interesting cycle that even AI, flawless, perfect machine calculated, ones and zeros still makes errors. I'm curious to see where the future of grading goes, especially for comics, because it's a bit more of a complicated.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I think, there's a lot of nuance in grading, right? And to kind of say this, so like my main job, right? My 9 to 5 job is I own an inspection business. So I do home inspections, right? So I'm inspecting houses like someone would inspect a comic book for problems. So it's reasonable to say that when my job is at jeopardy, or when grading is done completely by AI without error, well, then I should also be worried that my job is capable, because the difference between why I can do home inspection and why AI can is because there's a lot of nuance, detecting moisture and smell and stains and tendencies, right? There's a lot of tendencies of where problems are. There's certain comic books. In comic books, there's a lot of tendencies where you see a lot of typical problems. For a computer to kind of know that, it's going to take something special. So I think maybe there might be a nice marriage between the personal grader and AI, where it kind of goes back and forth, and then you kind of take an average of what they do. Maybe an AI can pick up something that the grader missed, and vice versa.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's probably the best we can hope for now.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
As many of our viewers know, I haven't been able to do much picking up hauling over the last couple of weeks, over the last really month and a half or so. Finally was able to catch up. I went out hunting and I basically picked up every majority of the books I missed over the last month and a half, except almost no Marvel. Basically, just got rid of all the Marvel stuff on the pull list because at this point I can just read it on the app when it comes out on there. So spending quite a bit of time. One of the few Marvel series that I don't know if I can quit, and it's just because of my love of the character and the writer and the team, is the new Moon Knight series that's going on, and because this issue 10 that recently came out was the Legacy 250. It was a bit of a big issue. I was not able to get one because I missed it when it came out, but I found a 1 in 25 by EM Gist.
Geist, I think.
Geist.
Yeah.
Who honestly is one of my favorite Moon Knight artists. Like,
yeah, dude. It's like Alex Ross drawing Moon Knight all the time, kind of. He's got he's incredible. There's some really good in Moon Knight's previous volume. There's some really good 1 in 25 Sienkiewicz variants. He did like a nice series of Sienkiewicz variants, and those are pretty cool. But that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I think I might have one of his graded. I'll have to look. I might have one of his from that run.
Okay.
But yeah, him drawing Moon Knight, love it. I'll take it any day of the week. It's like Sienkiewicz drawing Moon Knight, kind of, in my opinion. They're comparable.
Yeah.
The other book that came out that I was really excited about, I haven't had the chance to read it though, was that new Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. Have you had a chance to dive into this one yet?
Nope.
Is it on your list, on your radar at all?
It is no, it is not. So the way, just long story short, the way I do new comic stuff is I might pick up a number 1, and then if the series gets enough notoriety, I'll pick up the trade paperback. So yeah. So there's I have a list of trades that I need to go through, but yeah, that's not on my list yet.
Fair enough. The number 1 just came out, I think, last week or the week before. I can't. Who's the writer? It's W. Maxwell Prince, Martin Morzeo with Chris Halloran, the critical team behind Ice Cream Man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
is it? Well, no, it's Superman. I was gonna say because that's an anthology series, Ice Cream Man. But yeah, interesting. I'd like to know what you think.
Yeah,
after you read it.
The artwork looks really interesting for a Superman comic. I don't know if you can really see it too much here, on the screen.
Yeah. But. Oh, dude, that's the 100%. Yeah, you can see the similarities between the Ice Cream Man art and that.
Yeah. So there's the cover there. Be an interesting one. So I'm looking forward to checking that one out.
Is there a synopsis on it?
Let me see. Is there? If not, I can certainly find one here as we're taking a moment. But yeah, I know there's a lot of Superman kind of hype right now, for lack of a better term. Have you had a chance to catch the movie at all?
Oh yeah. I saw the movie. Movie was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Was it did you compare it at all to like previous Superman movies at all?
I didn't. No, I didn't really go in trying to compare it. Honestly, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I would say it's probably one of the best ones other than the Christopher Reeves one. It's so hard to compare current movies to older ones because circumstance has a lot to do with how you interpret a movie, when you are, your mindset and your emotions when you're seeing something nostalgic. So, it's very hard to compare that, like apples to apples. Christopher Reeve's, Superman was something I watched when I was a kid. That iconic score. Funny enough, as much as I love that score, I kind of wish James Gunn would have kind of created his own score for Superman. Like, it was nice to hear it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like he could have. I think he did it to like try to like rope people in when only John Williams can deliver the Superman score like how it is. The fact that he kind of like did a variation of it, I was like, dude, just let Williams do his version, come up with a newer version.
Yeah.
Like Michael Giacchino for the Fantastic Four score. I mean, good God. I mean, it's proof that you can write a good theme nowadays.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. But I thought the movie was really good. I think I gave it like a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was good.
That's fair. So the circling back here, the Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum, the team behind the critically acclaimed Ice Cream Man comes to DC to apply its singular storytelling style to none other than the Man of Steel. 4 new kryptonites have been discovered in deep space, and Superman needs to know just what exactly they do to him. Lest the colorful rocks of his home planet fall into evil hands, with Batman at Superman's side, this DC Black Label Superman event explores the consequences of each never-seen-before variant of kryptonite, all in a formal and boundary-pushing fashion that W. Maxwell Prince, Martin Morzeo, and Chris O'Halloran are celebrated for. So, it sounds like Superman just kind of messing around with some new kryptonite.
That sounds really cool.
I'm just hoping it gets really trippy and like kind of weird, because it can.
Like the blue kryptonite is like Viagra, and red is like ecstasy. I don't know. Like, you kind of wonder, like, yeah, I don't know. Very, very interesting though to see where they can go with that. Any theories on like what the other colors? Because I'm guessing now that the colors on the cover, that's what that is, right?
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be the green. We're very familiar with what the green does, which is just make him sick, weaken him. Yeah. Red would have to be like, you would assume it's like tied to like an emotional kind of response, perhaps. So yeah, red would be more angry. Really curious to see what yellow does.
What if yellow is similar to like Wonder Woman's lasso of truth, because that glows yellow when she uses it. So what if yellow? But I mean, like, Superman's gonna lie. I don't know. I'm just shooting fucking theories.
Yeah, no, that's the thing with DC. When I see it says Black Label up in the corner, I almost have no idea what I'm going to get into. Yeah. It could be as straightforward as you imagine, or it could just go right to the walls. Right. Just, by issue 2, you're kind of putting it down. You're going like, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to give this a read, I think, tonight, and I'll, tune in next week to see what I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Zimman was asking, could y'all explain what a trade back is and if they have value or anything?
You want to explain?
Yeah, I mean, more or less, a trade back is just a smaller collection of comics. You can get like an omnibus, which is more or less like a big volume, which is usually quite a bit of a heftier book. A trade back is usually 4 to 6 issues of a comic.
Yeah, I think a trade is probably gonna cover like arcs, like certain arcs maybe. And then and yeah, it could be anywhere between 4 to 6, sounds about right. And then and if there are some out there that's valuable if they're really low printed. So, but that's a game I don't know really much about low print trade paperbacks.
And I know there's exclusive variants, there's hardcover variants. So it is I've gone to the comic book store and seen like 3 different versions of the same, trade back, more or less. And I'm just like, it's the same story, it's the same book, but some of them have extra deluxe features or it's printed on a bigger, format. So there's
Right.
different versions, yeah. But I would say they're more so for the casual reader.
Mhm.
Yeah. One of the other cool things I was able to pick up was these Invincible cards. So I'm not sure if anyone out there has seen these guys, but they've been kind of floating around the internet. At least I've seen them because of Ryan Otley posting some of his sketch cards that he's been doing for it. Excuse the I don't know if you guys heard that loud motorcycle driving by, but I'm just gonna crack a pack of these open here just to see if we get anything cool real quick.
Yeah.
There are 4 cards per pack, and so we look like we've got
Mm.
Amber,
Mhm.
we got a little Omni-Man.
Oh, Prism.
Prism looks like that's Adam Eve, and just another. I don't know who that is. Oh, the Mahler twins.
Yeah.
Mahler twins, and it looks like that Adam Eve is going to be the Prism one there.
Nice.
Is it numbered or anything? No, not numbered. No numbered. Are you a card guy at all?
I have a little bit of a card. Whoops, I have a little bit of a card problem. Only when it's at my local Target. So they only have typically Spider-Man ones.
Yeah,
and I'll pick those up whenever I go. I
like-
see something peeking.
Is there something peeking there?
I see something.
Oh,
What is that?
what is this?
Omni-Man? I don't know. It looks good though.
Omni-Man, Nolan Grayson, Invincible. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but it's that's a great.
Yeah.
That is such an iconic frame from that.
Is that Pinnacle? Is that the brand Pinnacle?
These are Keepsake. What is the
Keepsake.
brand of the card?
Yeah.
Yeah, Keepsake Edition.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the Skybound.
Oh, Skybound. Okay.
Yeah, it might just be a Skybound product.
Yeah.
And then the other one I got was the Fleeler. Was that what that's?
Fleer. Yep.
Fleer.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. No. Skybound is it could be Skybound. Yeah. I'm thinking of Skybox. Skybox is another big card. Is a big card company.
Yeah. And Keepsake Editions might be the ones who produce it, unless it's Super Products. I'm not too sure. It just says on the back there. It just says Amazon Skybound and Keepsake Editions.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Weird. I only said because the Keepsake, the font looks like Pinnacle, which was a popular card company in the 90s. Pinnacle, and the way the font is looks just like it. So I wonder if maybe they changed names as a company or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I have to look into that. Who do we got here? Who is this? Oh, no way. That's funny. That's Cat Grant.
Nice.
Little Prism card there off the top. Then we got the big man himself, Big Daddy Darkseid.
Yep.
I have. It's like classic cover, Superman 15. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Prism on the other side. It's kind of
cool.
Man, these cards are actually really cool. There's a material here with a really cool kind of like finish foil to it there.
Dude, that is a badass.
All of the cards in these have like a really nice finish to them. There's a Lex Luthor
cool.
there. I might have to go see if I can get another pack of those. Those are
how much, if you don't mind me asking, how much was that pack?
These pack. The Invincible ones were $8.99, and I know these DC ones were cheaper.
Really?
Yeah, and
that's some quality cards.
Yeah, I want to say they were $6.99 maybe.
Damn.
But yeah, this that Metallo looks great.
That's cool, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great finish on there. Now I'm gonna have to go pick up another pack of those tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, I picked up the Spider-Man cards that is sold them at Target. I would get like 2 packs every time I go, and I got a sketch card one time.
Oh no way!
Yeah. I'll show it to you real quick. I can grab it. Real
Yeah,
quick.
if you got it on hand, I'm very curious to see it. Yeah.
All right.
For those who don't know, my luck with these things are typically pretty bad. Uh, I've seen a sketch card once. It was at my local comic book shop. They had no idea how much it was worth. I priced it up for them. Apparently, it was worth $200. Not in my budget. Little fun fact.
So,
Yep.
the artist on this is Betty Rodriguez. And imagine, like, so basically, I'll get a couple of packs and I'll open them before I pull out the parking lot, you know,
Mhm.
and just like give my quick little hit. And it was just funny hearing myself scream in my car alone whenever I hit this card. But this is pretty cool. Silk,
Oh wow!
dude, I know, right? And you know, I was looking at some of the sketch cards in this series here.
Mhm.
And man, this is a good one. This is a good one. I've seen a lot of sketch cards where the artist just kind of phoned it in.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that was really cool to get that.
Yeah, I saw one. It was a Kitty Pryde, I believe. I just saw it. My local comic book shop had pulled it, and they just had it like in their singles.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this sitting in your like with all your single individual like $5 cards? And they're like, I don't know, we never priced it out. And I like, oh, how much do you want for it? And they looked it up on eBay, and it was like the similar one was like $300 or something. I was like, yeah, not on my budget.
Yeah, that seems to be the going rate for those sketch cards, like
Something-
300.
Something you consider getting graded?
I don't know. I don't even know how long I'm going to keep it for until I get sick of looking at it, I guess. You know,
Fair
I
enough.
mean, no, I'd probably just, if I were to sell it, I'd sell it like it is.
Well, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Let
Yeah.
someone else grade it if they want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. And I believe actually I have a couple other things I could show off, but maybe I'll wait until Doc gets back because I know a couple of them will make him jealous.
Okay.
Because I've been able to pick up a couple cool action figures and stuff.
Mm.
I will say though, I've gone down a rabbit hole. Are you familiar with Gundam?
I am. Well, I mean, I'm familiar with it. It ends there.
You maybe seen the word and maybe seen a giant robot or something. Once
Yeah.
or twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got sucked in, man.
Oh no.
It started with building the Digimon figures, and then I built a couple other ones, and I realized I can't find anything else to build. So there's just Gundam everywhere. So I've gotten into Gundam. I built my first one, and my God, it is just like awesome.
So give me like the breakdown of like how many pieces is that?
So,
That is cool, but that is very, very
Yeah.
cool looking.
it's a fun thing to do. It is quite a few pieces. So it's not like Lego. It doesn't come. You know what? Give me like 2 seconds. I'm just going to
Yep.
show you. I've got one. Got another one I'm going to build here next. So I'm going to grab
Okay.
that.
I hope it comes back in a suit of armor, a Gundam suit of armor. That'd be incredible. What's up with the chat? How's everybody doing? We got West Coast Avengers, Sam Rock, Zim, JSS Brooklyn,
All right.
Derek.
So
Thanks for coming in.
it comes in like these kind of, like each individual kind of like grid piece.
Yeah.
So I would say each grid thing probably has 20 to 30 pieces.
Okay.
Sometimes the ones I've built usually come with between 4 to 6 or 7 grids, depending on the different kind of parts and different colors. Usually take me about a night or two, probably about 2 or 3 nights to build.
It's glued together, or they snap?
No, they just snap. The only thing you need is just a little pair of like, they call them nippers. You just cut all the pieces out. That's the only thing you need. Otherwise, it's just like, it's like, like putting a model car together. You just kind of click them together. It's great to do when you're like kind of got TV or something in the background. I've just been like staring at screens for so much of my day.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice to like do something with my hands and kind of like build something and like now I'm getting into it where I've got like a little like glass file, so I'm making sure like everything's nice and kind of clean cut, and I've got little all these sorts of little additional little tools, and
Yeah.
it's becoming a very fun kind of thing. I
Yeah.
was pretty hesitant getting into it because I know it's a franchise that's been around for like, oh my god, like since the late 80s.
Yeah.
Um, so I was pretty hesitant because I didn't know where to start. I was just like had no idea until I read something that was just none of it makes any sense anyways. Like if you're getting into this franchise, basically just pick one of the series and just get into it. Just start watching it because there's almost no explanation to any of it once you're watching it. It's just like you're in the middle of this conflict and there's giant robots and here's how things play out. Um, so I've been kind of getting into the shows and the different versions of it, and yeah, it's a really interesting franchise to get into for anyone who's looking for something to kind of explore. That's also got a little bit of just kind of like physical thing to do. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like Lego for adults who are still kids.
That's really cool, man. Yeah, I like that. I'm very inept to like get obsessed with art, like because I used to draw a
Mm.
lot. Drawing was my first
Oh
art
yeah.
that I went down like whenever I was a little kid, very into art, drew a lot. And then I went to music for a long, long, long time. But art has always been in there. There was a small period of time where for probably actually like 2 years, my dad and I he had this little woodwork shop that he
Oh,
was
yeah.
kind of renting out. And so we would make from just raw materials like wood and random scraps of stuff, we would make um, famous movies buildings. Like,
Oh
so for instance, so I did the clock tower from Back to the Future. We
yeah.
did the theater from Inglorious Bastards. We did the cafe, Lou's Cafe from Back to the Future. We did all of these. And I mean, I would one time
Mhm.
I I don't think I was working at the time. I don't know what I was doing, but I was in that shop, I want to say for 18 hours. So much to where like one of my friends would come and hang out with me
Yeah.
and watch me and hang while I build. And then one time, one friend came hang out, literally left, went and did an entire day, showered, went to sleep, woke up, and came back and met me at the shop, and I was still there. I love, yeah, that stuff
Yeah.
can really be therapeutic. Getting into that stuff.
It's a I don't know, just taking a clearing your brain, right? And just like focusing on a task and doing it, following a nice instructions where you just go one step at a time. You get a nice little finished product. You're like, yeah, I
Yeah.
built that. I did that. I can put my name on that. And you know, it's a little bit of pride, right? It's a little bit of pride.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's so much fun. It's very cool. Sculpting is another thing too. Like I feel like I would get into that. Or if you have like a really good 3D printer, like
Oh,
if you know what I'm saying? Like have you seen there's if you follow him on Instagram, I think it's called DXSTROYAR, something like that, Destroyer. But basically it looks like they 3D print these things. And this one girl,
mhm,
she does the paint jobs on them,
mhm.
and the paint jobs are insane. It's every character that she does, you're like, that is the best interpretation of that character that I've ever seen, period. It's
Crazy.
so good. Yeah, so good.
I feel like it's something I don't think we've ever talked about 3D printing on the show, but it's like kind of changing the hobby world in a fascinating way. Uh, I've seen it applied to so many different like people printing their own D&D figures, their own Warhammer guys. They're printing cosplay
Yep.
elements, and man, what a what a useful tool for creators and the artistic folks and the folks who just want to do things right. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. There's this girl on Instagram who she's an engineer,
mhm,
and she prints all of the, she's like, I'm gonna print the most goofiest thing, and she has like a ton of 3D printers, and she's like, I'm gonna print a 10-foot lock and key and
yeah.
make it actually functionable. And so like she'll have like a giant 10-foot padlock and a giant key, and like it's just like weird shit like that. And she did her own Iron Man, like a functional Iron Man outfit. Crazy, all from 3D printing.
And that's just smart people stuff too. It's only the smart people who can do that.
Yeah.
So much math, so much math.
Yeah.
Uh, before I know you prepared a little game for us to play actually. Uh,
Yeah.
we can jump in that here, but I would just like to thank our longtime sponsor of the show, and that would be Imperial Comics down in Texas. I'm just pulling up their page here. They've been supporting our show since day one, literally keeping the lights on for the channel, keeping us going here, and they're just a fantastic little retail service. Usually he has some daily kind of, I don't know, daily what's the term,
Sale?
posts, sales,
Oh,
daily sales, I don't know, story feed, pull list, I don't know, claim sale, that's what it is, a claim sale, that's what it is, on his stories, where you can kind of tick in and see all the different cool stuff he's got posted. And he's got a great website where you can go over and check out all of his stuff. Got a couple current sales going on. 20% off all books. Buy 50, get 30% off. Buy 100 and get 40% off. That's a great deal if you're trying to fill up a nice little run. Sometimes you get some crazy stuff like X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man #1's there. Well, amazing fantasy. And yeah, I just recommend checking out his channel, going out and yeah, find him on Instagram, check out his website, and support folks who support us, because we thank you guys, and it's easy to thank him. And it's, yeah, just check it out, follow it. That's the least you can do. Give him a follow and just see what kind of cool stuff he posts, because that's the fun of it, right? And yeah, thanks again to Imperial Comics. Check him out. All right, I'm really looking for this. I haven't played this before with you, so I'm kind of curious to see how this goes.
sure.
You might just have to explain the rules for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we can play this. We can do alternating rounds if you want, where we can do like you guess a round and then the chat guesses around. So I've got a stack of books here,
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm completely down too after this if you want to go over like New Comic Day and what's coming up too, if you want, for sure.
Yeah.
I just found out there's like whatchamacallit, ultimate what's it called? Not Endgame. Ultimate, is it Ultimate Endgame? No.
Yeah, the for the comic event.
Yeah. Blind bags. They're doing blind bags for that. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh
We can but we can, what am I looking for here? Hold on, give me a second. Oh yeah.
No rush, no rush, no rush. Is that a thing they're doing now? Gosh.
Okay. So if you want to put the comic cam,
Put the comic can up. Yep. I'll get
yeah,
that
there
going.
it is.
That over there. Yep, was sir. There we go.
All right. Forgive the band-aid. Okay, let's try this out. Okay. So this is a game called Cover Lover. So the way you play is each round will have 5 different squares revealed to you. Okay.
Okay.
And the object of the game is to guess the comic book based off of what is being shown. All right. So based off of what is being shown. So we're going to use this FF49 as a. So I'm going to start off.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
With this, right? Now, your points are given to you by how many squares were revealed when you guessed the correct answer.
Okay.
So the sooner you guess it, the higher points you'll get, right? So if you were to be like, oh, Fantastic Four 49, or you could say the key significance, right? Meaning first appearance of Galactus, right?
Yeah.
So, but you know, you can also, I'll probably leave it on a slide for 10 seconds or so, and then we'll go to another one. So then it reveals another square. Okay. And then it keeps going. So at any point you can guess. The only rules are you only have one guess. So if you're playing in a group of people, you've got one guess. And if you guess and you guess it wrong, you're out. You can't guess again. Okay. Sure. So don't guess until you know it. And if you win the round and if you guess it before the full book is revealed, then you get whatever points. So right here, if you were to guess it, you would get 2 points.
Yeah. And
then here's 5 squares revealed. So at most, if you were to guess it here, you can get 1 point. Okay. So we understand everything?
Yes. Yep. I'm gonna be
Okay.
so bad at this too.
So I tried to pick some books that were like, so again, you can say the issue, you can say the key significance. I try to pick a little bit of modern stuff, a little bit of older stuff.
Okay.
So we'll just try it. And you want to go with this round? You want to let the chat do this round?
I'd like to actually give her a try. Yeah,
You want to give it a try? Okay.
yeah, I'll give it a try. As long as it's
Okay.
all Momocos, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Everything. This right here is a Peach Momoko too. This cover in the back here.
Perfect. Yeah, I like it.
Cool. All right. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, it's a little like I see a little bit of fire on there. No clue. Oh, my gut's telling me it's a Scotty Young, but I don't think it. I don't know. Something about that. No, it's definitely not Scotty Young. It looks like the Human Torch, probably, or maybe. Okay, yeah, it's definitely the Human Torch. I have no idea what comic though it would be. I'm guessing it's the Human Torch, like the original Human Torch, like the Android, or is it? No. Yeah, it's a Fantastic Four. I have no idea what issue it would be. I have no idea what the key significance would be though. I'm gonna just go with Fantastic Four 32.
Oh
Man, it's gonna be like. That's my guess though. I'm going with Fantastic Four 32. I'm locking it in.
All right. So it is Fantastic Four 353. And this is the first appearance of Mobius.
First appearance of Mobius.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Hey,
that's
you know what?
lucky.
I got a 3 in there. Oh, proud of
You
myself.
got a 3. You got those Human Torch.
Yeah, I got a Human Torch. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I think.
Do we do? All right. You want to go chat, or you want to go?
Yeah. Chat. Do you want to
chat?
give? You guys want to give this a try? Let's see if the chat will be.
How many folks do we have?
We got a couple folks looking at it right now. We'll see if Zim Man will at least give it a try.
All right. Here we go.
Okay. I'll play along too without guessing.
Okay. Let me just fix this. This is a hard one.
I had a guess in my head, and oh no, it's definitely not. In the chat, feel free to guess anytime you think you might know what it is, because your guess is probably better than mine at this point. Oh,
It's the last one before the reveal.
see if anyone can get it. Zim Man, got one?
This is a Forever People ¡1. First appearance of Darkseid.
Wow. I was going to guess first appearance of Kite Man. I don't know. I saw a little face. I thought maybe it was Kite Man.
That would not be a terrible guess. All right.
Kite Man not being a terrible guess. Thanks.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. I'm going to give this one a try.
Yeah, this one's hard too. We can roll through these if you want. It's hard.
This one, does that say Doom?
It doesn't say Doom, but
No.
I'm not going to say you're wrong.
I'm going to say I'm wrong. Oh, it looks like a book. If I know something about books, it's a Doctor Strange. Oh, that almost looks like it says 4 as well. Man, that's the thing is you have such an expansive collection that I've.
It could be a lot of things.
Heroes for Hire.
Oh,
Luke Cage, Hero for Hire.
Oh, you got one. Well, can you guess which issue?
Oh, I don't know if that's issue 1 or not.
No,
not issue 1.
Not issue 1.
Not issue 1.
Another guess?
Okay, yes or no? Is it above or below issue 100?
Below, way below.
Below. Okay. Let's go with issue 12.
Close. Issue number 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
then there is Doom on there too.
there is Doom on there. Yeah,
Wow.
and this is the most petty comic story in history. This is where Luke Cage goes after Doctor Doom for $200. Doctor Doom, decides to not pay Luke Cage $200, and then Luke Cage goes after him for it. Pretty hilarious. All right.
That's awesome. That's something Moon Knight would do with Dracula.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, is that? Oh. I don't know if that's Iron Man. No. Almost looks like JSA kind of font. Oh. What? What? Iron Fist? That might be an Iron Fist issue? Is that?
Which one?
Oh, Sam Rock saying Iron Fist. Is that an Iron Fist number 1?
You got it, sir.
Oh, I
That is
got it.
Iron Fist number 1. Very good.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm just going off the fonts and I'm trying to figure out what the font of that issue would.
Right.
Which is interesting because that font looks very much like the Iron Man font.
It does look, yes, it does actually. Yeah, it does look similar for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oof. That's rough.
Half black square. Oh.
Yeah, this one's going to be hard. But actually, I don't know. If it gives you the trade dress, I think you might be able to get it.
Oh, I thought that was a.
Yeah, this is hard. The squares are not falling in your favor on this one.
I thought it was Spider-Man at first, but now I'm not sure.
Oh,
I can kind of see a little bit. Okay, yeah. Is this? It's got to be Superior Spider-Man.
Yes, sir. Very good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I didn't. Wow. My eyes were not seeing what I thought I was seeing, but it still got there.
Yeah. Awesome.
Huh.
Okay.
It's another one. The font I can recognize.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Let's see what we got here. There's some. Okay, I see a fist and maybe a part of a face. Ooh, Hulk. It's a Hulk. It's a Hulk. I have no idea what the issue would be though. Hulk. Ooh. Oh, it's M-Man saying it's Incredible Hulk 181.
Not quite.
I was gonna say I don't think it's 181. Yeah, it looks earlier than 181.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea.
102.
Wow.
So this is the first Incredible Hulk. This is basically the Incredible Hulk run starts here. This is Incredible Hulk 102. His first ongoing series. Yep.
Wow. What year was that one?
That was probably 68.
Wow.
Maybe 67.
Damn.
I think 67.
Just casually have that in your collection too.
I got pretty much I bought a collection last year.
Yeah.
Pretty much Incredible Hulk, that all the way up to almost all of it, like 300s or whatever.
Wow.
Let's see. I forgot what this one was. My short-term memory.
Those colors are looking familiar.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You know?
Oh no, but oh my gosh, it's good. Oh, it looks so familiar
FNT.
already.
What is up, Evan? What up? Fingers and toes. How's it going, man?
Oh, what is it? I recognize the. Oh, oh no! What is it? A Nick? Is that saying no? That can't be Nick Fury. What is
Mm-mm.
that? Oh, I have no idea, man. That looks so familiar, though. Oh, House of Mystery. Oh, that's what it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dave Stevens.
I recognize the font, and I recognize.
Classic Dave Stevens. All right. I've got how many more you want? I can do let's
Yeah,
go
do a couple.
couple. Okay.
Yeah, do a couple.
Let's go with I'll do two more.
Sure.
We're gonna go these are a little more on the modern side.
Okay. Hopefully, I know a thing or two here.
Let's see.
Ooh. Looks a little Spider-Man-y. Oh no, that's Thor. That's Thor. Oh, what is it? God of Thunder? Is that
Ding
issue
ding
one?
ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think I have that book. Can't remember.
Jason Aaron. Great run.
Yeah.
Great run. Okay.
It's a weirdly pricey run too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess it's the null stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
A
Is that the last
gore.
one?
Just
Yeah.
the last one.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Oh. It's
Mm-mm.
oh my gosh. Huh. Agents of Atlantis? I don't know.
Oh, whoa,
Is
whoa,
it?
whoa, whoa. What did you say?
Oh, Agents of Atlantis? Agents of something? Agents of Atlas? I can't remember what it is. Oh,
Ding,
no
ding, ding.
way. That's so funny.
Nice.
The new
Yep.
Agents of Atlas. Oh, that's
New
what it's.
Agents of Atlas, yeah.
No way.
Very
That's so.
nice.
How
Yep.
did I get that?
Huh?
Weird.
Yeah. It's weird what we store in our brains. How we
Yeah.
store it. Yeah.
That's a really interesting game.
Yeah, man. So that's it. That's Cover Lover.
Oh, I love that. That's really. I love those kind of things because it is a bit of like an experiment to see like how does your brain associate
Yes.
things together?
Yes. So the way I came up with that game was one of the probably best collections I ever bought. I picked it up in Orlando, Florida, and the guy I think reached out to me from an ad, and he was sending me just like all of these books, of like, you know, and this is like it was a lot of DC. Actually, it was almost all DC, and this is before DC showed any promise at all. This is when like DC books were just like the most underrated keys ever. And so he showed me stacks of books, and I almost passed it up just because one, it was so far away, and because it was DC, and I caught a glimpse of a corner of a book poking out, and I was like, and I saw it, and I'm like, I know what book that is, and I'm like, if that's what book I think it is, and that's just sitting right there, there could be a lot more in this collection. And the book that it was a Batman 121, which is the first appearance of the Riddler in this Silver Age of comics. And it ended up being one of the best collections I've ever bought because of, you know, there was a first Batman. I mean, there's a first Riddler, first Two-Face Silver Age, first Scarecrow Silver Age, first Poison Ivy.
Mhm.
There was like just a ton of books. Like almost every big DC book in the Silver Age was in there.
Wow.
And I got it all for $700. And yeah, all because I saw that one little piece of the cover poking out.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Like striking gold a little bit, ain't it?
It is.
And
It is. Yeah.
was that just on Marketplace you stumbled across that, or was that?
No. That was actually I had an ad out on Craigslist, and the guy responded to an ad on Craigslist.
And he just sent you a couple photos, and
Yep.
it's funny how that happens. How they just have like the kind of the junk on top, and then you just gotta dig a little bit, right? Like,
Just know your comics, know your key comics, know what to look for.
mhm.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
And we kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. You reminded me that the Ultimate Endgame is coming out. When does it say? Does it say it's coming out sometime? But it's Marvel's first ever blind bag program. Do you have any thoughts on this initially?
Yeah. Well, first, I was very into this story when it first started. And I did a whole video on it and on where it could go, and just deep diving into all the prelims before this, Ultimate Universe and stuff like that, Ultimate Invasion.
Yeah.
And I thought the setup was great. I love Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah.
And then, I started reading a lot of them. Spider-Man was good. Ultimate X-Men was good at first, and then kind of got a little stale for me. Same thing with Ultimate Black Panther. So I was really hoping to get to the end of it, so this I am interested to see. I don't, I kind of lose touch whenever I can feel the marketing portion of comics, when they're like, you can just tell they're trying to stretch the issues rather than filling it with like good quality stuff. So that kind of is what threw me off. But I mean, I like Hickman a lot. I trust Hickman. I think it's very cool that they're doing a blind bag, especially for an event like this. Kind of shows that Marvel realizes what the value of the blind bag is to the comic hobby right now. And I'm excited about the blind bags. I like blind bags. Some people don't for certain reasons. I think it's fun, and I think at the very least it could be a gateway for somebody to get into comics, through blind bags. Yeah, Momoko.
Yeah, and I totally agree, because Ultimate X-Men, I mean, we all know I'm a Momoko simp. I'm a simple man, and if I see Momoko, I buy Momoko. Her story, definitely felt like it was kind of suffering that, like, hey, we know you want to tell this really cool story and this really interesting kind of high school X-Men kind of in Japan setting, kind of with like a little bit of mystery and horror to it, but we need you to extend it to be like 20 issues. And it's like, okay, well, it's really just like a 6-issue plot, but I guess we'll extend it. And it just kind of loses a little bit of its charm. So I'm very curious to see how this stuff plays out. This is a great cover too, this chip.
Yeah, that one's interesting, because that reminds me of the Spider-Man Life Story series.
Yep.
And so I guess that kind of shows maybe how like impactful this storyline is going to be. The fact that it's in that league of, because Life Story is all the major events that happen in every decade, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. So I guess this is kind of in that. He's saying that this is going to be that important for the character. So that's kind of cool. Is that one cover that's just a cover right there? No, go back to the left.
This you? Oh yeah. Very much in the inspiration of the movie franchise, obviously. And I think this is a homage to one of the Endgame posters.
Yes.
Which all these covers are honestly pretty great. I would not complain getting any of these in a blind bag. I do, in my head, I have to think that this is because of the Battle Beast blind bag success. Uh, obviously it's a pretty quick turnaround for Marvel. It's probably been in the works a little bit longer, but they probably knew going into that image was doing that blind bag that they're probably like, ooh, that's probably going to do well. If that does really well, we're going to like double down on this kind of blind bag thing because
Yeah.
the
And
fact
it's
they have,
kind of, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the fact this is their first one is just kind of it's kind of funny timing.
It is. It is. Who did that cover right there? That's pretty wild looking.
Believe this one is the Mark Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark Brooks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And it's interesting that they did this because, I mean, they got to realize that blind bags are driven by the collecting side of the hobby. And Marvel is typically very reluctant towards the collecting side or even the secondary market. You know, they're kind of like, don't really give any thought or even care about it. So it's just interesting that them showing interest in this, that this is a way to go, is kind of them acknowledging the secondary comic market, that people are chasing after some of these hard to get covers because there is some value behind them. And then there's people that just want to like, try to collect them all. And it's fun to collect them that way. I think it's a win-win for everybody going this route with comics. I think it's just kind of what maybe comics needs right now. Blind bags.
Well, it's funny too because they obviously picked some of their heavy hitting artists like Mark Brooks. Obviously, is a big. I mean, he's done some great covers for Marvel. Peach Momoko, Derek Chu, Zardsky, Dan Pansoian. I can't remember. Panosian, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are all like class act cover artists, so you can tell they're like, oh, we want to make sure everyone's happy getting something. But we know that there's going to be a few of these that are going to be a little more sought after than others. I think especially that Endgame kind of homage poster. That one's probably going to be the big one.
That one's fucking cool. There is one that's coming out in October. I think Endgame's coming out in September. I think.
Ooh, let me double check. I thought it was coming out a little bit later.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe FFC is in September. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just on there because I think they still have a couple more issues of Spider-Man Incursion to go.
Okay.
I think because they're only on issue 3 of that.
Is Ultimate Endgame, is that going to be, that's got to be a series. It's not a one shot, right?
I believe it is a series, and
I
think it's supposed to be the end of the Ultimate Universe, which is kind of, I don't know how I feel about that quite either.
Yeah,
but
that's interesting too because a lot of people love this Peter Parker.
Yeah.
There is another one, a blind bag that's coming out in October that is going to be pretty massive, and that is the Mark Spears Monster and the Wolf Halloween blind bags.
Oh.
Those are going to be major. They're already he's selling a lot of them.
Is he posted those on his
yeah.
Instagram? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to get like certain sites. I'm trying to get some from my LCS, but certain sites were actually selling. If you buy 25, you get them for like a cheaper price. I think it's 25 for $100. You get 25 blind bags. So you end up getting them cheaper if you bought a bunch. I don't know. I think comic shops, it'd be smart of them to do that. I think comic shops would be very smart of them to do that.
I'm just trying to see. Oh, are these the blind? Are these the ones?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
That is them. So there's going to be a ton of variants. There's foil versions. There's a lot of them are pre-code horror homages or horror movie homages.
Yeah.
That Dave Stevens, that one, the Elvira one, there in the center. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are going to be nuts, especially once that the air changes, spooky season gets in full effect. These things are going to be Everybody's gonna have them. Everybody's gonna be ripping them open on streams and stuff, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Do you have so Mark Spears has really carved out a name for himself in the last 6-8 months, specifically that I've seen. Like, because I know his work's been around for quite a while, but uh, do you have any thoughts on that? Like, do you think it's another kind of like a little bit of like this is just someone who's really talented and everyone's now just kind of seeing it, or do you think
I think
good titles?
I think yeah. So 6 to 8 months definitely been it's his year. If you go back 1 year, it's definitely been his year. I think obviously he's super talented. But he's oddly enough, he's got a brand behind him with his whole monsters thing. He's created a brand and his name is synonymous with that brand, which is very, very cool and very hard to do. And not many artists can do that, create a brand underneath their name and their art. Yeah. Like J. Scott Campbell's kind of one and stuff like that. But horror is like comic collecting's, cousin. It's like they just go hand in hand. A lot of comic collectors love horror, so he's got that going for him. He's got the fact that obviously he's like an Alex Ross meets LB Cole. Alex Ross, obviously with his realism, he's incredible. Like the talent is just there; it's obvious. But LB Cole is a very popular pre-code horror. Well, he did other stuff, but a popular Golden Age artist. They used a lot of very bright, vibrant colors, and Mark Spears appears to do that as well. So I've always compared him as like kind of a mashup between those two. So super appealing. You can recognize him instantly. So he's got that going for him. 3, he creates everything. He's a one-man show. Does the covers, does the interior art, does the interior story, creates the characters. There's so I think a lot of collectors respect that. And he's doing it completely out of passion. He's not being hired by Marvel to try to extend a series just to sell books. Yeah. So he's got that going for him. And he does care about the secondary market, like I was mentioning with the blind bags. He cares about the collecting aspect of the hobby, and he tries to make his product collectible. And he does that very, very smartly, because I think he realizes how much the secondary portion of the hobby, how the comic hobby, it means a lot to the comic hobby to keep going. So he's got a lot of multiple pieces working for him. He does run the risk of being oversaturated and being over, kind of like, I don't know, like anything, too much of anything. So I hope his work doesn't get stale. And, I think maybe in some sort of fashion, he does need to find a way to kind of taper back a little, because I feel like I feel like it's running the risk of getting just, okay, we're over the Mark Spears stuff. It's great, but it's like, so yeah, that's kind of like all my thoughts on it. I think he's great. I think he's doing, he's going to be Spawn 77. Oh. He's going to be doing with Todd McFarlane, and that is a new take on Spawn, and he's going to be doing that, and that's supposed to be major.
Yeah.
So
very interesting to see what he does with that, because that seems pretty much up his alley as well. And I will say he's one of the artists that I see his work online, and I'm like, I don't know if I really like it, and then I see the book in person, and I'm like, oh no, that's really good. Like that's real good. Like the reprints of Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman he did, the connecting covers. I saw those on the FOC, and I was like, I'm not going to get those. Like, those are, I'm a sucker for connecting covers, but I don't need those. Saw the foil ones in person, and I was like, all right, I'll take one of each, please, and thank you. Like those are really good. Which is funny. Again, his work just looks so much better in person because of that like hyper realism kind of digital. Seeing it digitally just doesn't no justice at all.
Yeah,
no justice.
Yeah.
We can really quickly go over some of the stuff that's coming out tomorrow if you like, and we can
kind
of wrap her up after that.
Sounds good.
Looks like some of the big ones this week is Ultimate Spider-Man number 20. It's actually hard to believe we're 20 issues into that. I remember when that came out and it was a big deal. 20 months ago, apparently. Jeez Louise. Well, even Absolute Wonder Woman being on issue 11 feels like has this already been going on for almost a year?
I know.
Uh,
That is crazy. Yeah. I mean, who did that cover?
this one here
Yeah.
for Wonder Woman. I think this is just the artist who's been doing a lot of
Oh,
her A covers.
I was gonna say, dude, that could almost be Frank Miller.
It does look very. No, it's HS. Who's HS? Hayden Sherman.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been
Hayden
doing.
Christensen.
Yeah, yeah, long lost twin. Yeah, I think he's been doing a lot of the A covers for this series. But there's some Derek Chu's killing it with that one.
Yeah, that's great.
And then that one, I like the colors on that one too.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be one of the few books I actually try to manage to pick up tomorrow. Oh, sorry, that wasn't even tomorrow. I was looking at the wrong date.
Oh.
Sorry, tomorrow's Absolute Batman, Absolute Flash. My bad, guys. Are you keeping up with either one of those right now?
I read a couple of the Absolute Batman, not Absolute Flash. Read a couple of Absolute Martian Manhunter. Absolute Batman is hitting hard. I know. It's like people are loving the reimagining of every character that's coming out. Pretty cool. Absolute Brainiac was pretty twisted. He is really, really cool. Yeah, I dig it. I'm looking for that is a trade that I'm definitely picking up to roll through. Martian Manhunter was cool the first couple of issues. It was nice and refreshing the way that art was and that's the way that storytelling was.
Yeah.
But almost by issue 2, I was kind of already sick of it. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm still interested to see where that story is going to go. Yeah, that's about it.
I've definitely been more intrigued with a lot of the indie stuff that's coming out, and I'm really bad at this because I'll be really I'm Exquisite Corpses, I'm really interested in this. I have the first 3 issues. I haven't read any of them yet.
Yeah.
But that being said, I really like the artwork. I like this kind of vibe it gives off, and I'm just going to keep pulling it. And hopefully, I don't know how many issues it's supposed to be. At least 7. Yeah.
That's Tynion, right? James Tynion.
It is. Yeah, James, Michael Walsh, and Claire Rowe. The artwork's fantastic in it. I love that kind of this kind of. It's more simple with the heavy dark lines. It's a little more kind of retro inspired, simple, easy, clean. Just sometimes I find some of these stories, some of these comics nowadays, and maybe Mark Spears maybe falls into that a little bit when I've seen some of his interior art. I'm like, there's a little almost too much going on. I appreciate the artwork, I appreciate the craftsman, the time, effort into it, but sometimes I'm just like, I just want something I can really easily digest visually.
Understandable.
But it seems like it's a bit of a quieter week. I've had to kind of fall off a lot of the X-Men stuff, unfortunately. Trying to keep up with what I can, but Marvel's just kind of all over the place.
What's that Venom? What's that Venom cover?
We got a Black, White, and Blood Venom coming out. Oh no, that's a great moment.
Oh, that is cool.
Jeez. Oh wait, is there gonna be a Demon Days bit in here? Maybe not. If there was a Demon Days tie-in, I'd be all up in that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a cool one too. I feel like I'm actually more inclined to pick up a one of these kind of series because I've was reading a lot of Venom, a lot of Carnage, fell off of it after it just all got real convoluted and messy and weird. I'd be tempted to check this out just to get a little more kind of clean, hopefully just straightforward Venom kind of stories.
Yeah.
Because, boy, man, I miss Donny Cates.
Right, yeah. How do you feel about Mary Jane being Venom? Hate it? How much do you hate it? On a scale of 1 to 10.
It could have been better.
Uh,
It could have been really cool, like these are two very iconic Spider-Man adjacent characters. It could have been so much more. I think Mary Jane was just in a bad spot before any like Marvel's in a situation where all of their characters are in a bad spot and they're trying to do things to get them out of these bad spots, but it just digs them deeper into these bad spots
yeah, yeah,
because it doesn't feel like anyone's really winning. Um, and it only just occurred to me recently that like there's been all these ongoing Moon Knight series for the last almost like 4 or 5 years, and so much of the original Moon Knight cast, so many of like the sidekicks and side characters are just they've been written out of Marvel comics completely.
yeah.
So it like even a Moon Knight and his character I love so much, I still feel like he's just in a weird place that he can't really move. None of these characters can move forward in any efficient way.
Yeah.
And I don't know really what the solution is for them. I don't blame the writers. I blame
Mhm.
the Marvel editors and head corps and whatever plans they're trying to do. But yeah.
You know, it's a crazy idea that I feel like, I don't know, maybe could work. Like, what if Marvel did almost like a complete reset? They did like I don't know, it's very risky as a company, but like
Mm.
a year or 6 months of brand new characters, no tie-ins to anything. Like, what if they just, comics isn't like comics is just do your art on the pages and then, but just like everybody's tied to like these classic characters
Mhm. Yep.
and they're all within, known to be within the same universe. What
Yeah.
if they just like when they talk about like do like an end game situation, literally start from scratch, create all new superheroes,
Yeah.
all new, nothing tied to anything. Like I feel like it needs a giant purge, you know?
And I 100% agree. Like almost like they'd be stupid. They'd be shooting themselves in the foot if they didn't do something like this at that point because
Yeah.
they need to strip it down to one X-Men title, one, Avengers title, like
Hmm.
not an Avengers title and three Captain America series where they're all tied in. Like just, go back to one Iron Man, one, one,
Right.
and don't give us because that was one thing, right? Like these older comics, I'm speaking a little bit out of experience because I haven't read a lot of older comics as much as I probably should have.
Yeah.
Uh, but the stories, each issue felt a lot more self-contained, or they felt a lot more like the through plots made a lot more sense, and they didn't feel like each issue was trying to like be a definitive thing in this narrative or whatever, right? Um, so it'd be nice to see kind of a point where it's like, oh, I can pick up any issue of Avengers and enjoy it rather than feeling like, oh, now I have to go
Right.
back to the previous 6 issues to know what's going on, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I guess, I mean, that's the whole point of what they try to do with Secret Wars and the Ultimate Universe and all that. But I mean, it still feels like they just continue to write themselves. What it is they continue to write themselves into holes that they can't get themselves out of
Yeah.
because they're so worried about tie-ins
Yeah.
and because they do tie-ins because they try to sell more comics. So by trying to piecemeal everything and get people to buy this issue and that issue so they know what's going on, the quality of the writing goes down. So if they would just concentrate, keep their head down, write good stories on one title, and they'd have way more options and they would probably write a lot better stuff.
So with that then, because we've seen Marvel and DC try to introduce little kind of onslaughts of heroes, the new champions were kind of a gang of characters that Marvel tried to introduce
Mm-hmm.
during the Lazarus Planet event a couple years ago. DC tried to introduce a handful of other characters who actually were really cool and had a lot of potential. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember, like the Vigil was a little gang of DC characters. There
Yeah. I
was
don't know about them.
it was oh man, uh, yeah, there's these cool little series. Oh, it's gonna bug me now, but they just didn't really have a lot of, or like City Boy. Do you remember City Boy?
No.
These were all like characters that were introduced during the Lazarus Planet, but just uh didn't do anything. They had these series that were probably 6 issues each. I'm just pulling up City Boy just to see if maybe just seeing him jogs your memory at all, because he was a cool character. Uh,
Uh, yeah, I've seen this guy. Yes.
yeah, he came out of the
Huh.
Lazarus Planet event
Yeah.
back in 2023. And there was a handful of characters. I can't remember who the other ones. It was like, yeah, I
What's
can't
that?
remember
Uh,
what was that?
I was gonna say, was that any of them in there? If you go down, yeah, right there.
These were the other characters that were in
His story.
in City Boy. Oh, it's gonna, maybe I'll look for it here in the background. Kind of, it's called, oh, the Vigil, but oh, I'm pressing all sorts of buttons now. But I would be curious to know if Marvel or DC actually double down, like, and actually, like, you know what we're going to say, we're not doing any Captain America, we're not doing any Avengers, we're just doing new characters for 6 months.
Yeah.
Do you like, is that really like you think there's a 50-50 chance, like they flub it completely, or do you think they could
No,
get creators?
I think they can, like, okay, so imagine, you have people like Jonathan Hickman, you have people, all these great artists who have always been writing somebody else's story. You don't think these artists at one point were in their rooms cultivating characters that they've thought of for years and years and years, that they know like the back of their hand? And I think if you were to let those artists completely create and not have to tie into, somebody else's previous work, and I think a lot of great things could come out of that. Yeah. Like, you've got the artist in the vault. You've got the resources. Let people create and see what happens. I mean, I think if you, yeah, that looks cool. That looks really cool.
And this is Ram V on this one too.
Yeah.
And still, like, it wasn't as big as I think they were kind of hoping it would, to be launching off these characters.
Yeah.
But to your point, you're absolutely right. And again, to mention Donny Cates, he was one of my favorite writers at the time. He was doing Hulk, he was doing Venom, and then he put out Vanish. And I remember thinking, man, what you're saying now, like, if Vanish was just in the Marvel, like, they were just like, yeah, let's just, you got a character, let's just spend 6 months doing original characters. That'd be really cool to see this world, especially Marvel, just get flushed out with these brand new heroes who kind of, just tell the community, you gotta suck it up, you gotta like them, quit whining.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think the community, I think most comic book readers would be open to that. I really do. I think they would be open to just good quality. I mean, if you asked most current modern comic book readers, I feel like, most of them would say they crave more quality writing. Art wise is the artist, it's an artist game right now. Like, there's a plethora of amazing comic book artists out there right now, but writing, I mean, it's kind of becoming, I feel like, a handful, at least in the mainstream Marvel and DC, that people are like, looking for and following writers. But I mean, yeah, I think there's a lot of potential there. I think that it's just the same problem with the movie industry. Like, why a movie will sequel a IP to death and remake an IP to death. It's because they're scared of doing something new. They're just scared. And that's all. But that's cool.
This one, I actually kick myself for not continuing with it. Because it's just a really cool story and a really cool character.
What's the story behind his sword there? That's cool looking.
So they are like a more or less like a like a ghost, kind of like Shimigami, kind of like spirit, for lack of soul reaper for those familiar with Bleach. So she kind of like travels between the world of the living and the world of the dead, and so the sword kind of like helps like from my if I can remember right, it almost exactly like Bleach helps like evil spirits in the world of living kind of pass on, and it's a whole thing with like different talismans and stuff. But Constantine and Zatanna have a big part in these books. It's really interesting. It's really cool. And she actually makes an appearance in. I was just reading Justice League Unlimited, actually,
Mhm.
and she made a cameo in like 2 panels in the background, and I was like, "Hey,
Nice.
they didn't forget about these characters completely,
Right. Yeah.
completely." But
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, like, but you're right. I mean, it's not like New Agents of Atlas. That's something in like the mid 2000s that they kind of touched on and just never really went full throttle with, um, either. I don't know. I don't know the numbers and the analytics behind like why they do and don't go with certain characters, but yeah, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, some of this, hopefully it's something Marvel, in the coming, especially if they can use this end game thing as just a hard reset for. I mean, if anyone's going to reset the continuity of Marvel, it's probably going to be Jonathan Hickman again. So
Yes, this is true. This is true. But how do you reset where you like, what's the marketing? How do you market to the entire community? We're scrapping everything and we're going to do like, not like a dark ages, but like almost like go back to the beginning times of all brand new characters, brand new worlds, brand new universe. I think that alone, I think that would make headlines like in like news, like in news, like everywhere, like Marvel is starting from scratch again. And like maybe there's like a small little subset of comics called Marvel Classics where it's your main characters and it's just they're not interfering with each other.
Nope.
And you can do Spider-Man, Captain America, Avenger, or maybe not even Avengers, just Spider-Man, Captain America, single story characters. Call it Marvel Classics if you want to read the classic stuff. But for the most part, what's going to be on shelves is brand new characters, brand new continuity, and just let your artists and writers that you've been paying for all this time actually give you something that can actually make you some good money.
Well, and I just now that you've even talked, like we're talking about, like I'm thinking of every independent, Image comic I've read over the last, year and a half, and I think, what if they just said, what, all the, the Ghost Machine stuff. What if Marvel just, told Gary Frank, all right, well, we'll take Geiger, we'll take Junkyard Joe, we'll take
Right.
Rocketeer, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ghost Machine, when I started Geiger, when I started reading Geiger, that was the first book or like world that I felt I was like, I can see this catching on and becoming a more of a mainstream thing. It just had that kind of feel to it. The story was very, very epic and yeah. So that'd be cool. But that just goes to show you, like, I feel like Marvel and DC feel like all the superheroes have been made. We've made them all, and this is the bed we're laying in. When it's just not the case.
No.
It's just not the case. Which is why horror does so well, because horror is like, you have monsters and stuff, but they're each individually contained stories and stuff like that. It's why it's so never ending.
Well,
So
I mean, and I think the more we get into, more longer Marvel, the MCU and the DCU keeps doing the thing, comics aren't going to go away. More and more people are going to want to get into comics, but they're just making it harder and harder to get into comics unless they do something like the Ultimate Universe, the Absolute Universe, or hard, resets, or like number ones aren't jumping off points for people anymore. Like it's
right.
There's if I see a number one, I don't think, oh, this is a sweet jumping off point from Superman. It's like I have no idea what's going on in Superman.
Yeah, no, for sure. I even think Kevin Feige has even said that he wants to start incorporating what happens in the comics relating to the movies.
Yeah.
Like, which is kind of contradictory because he also said like he wants less homework to do. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think he wants it to be homework. I think he wants to be the movies more comic inspired.
Yeah.
You know, so for instance, like that Jonathan Hickman, that Doom one shot. I think there's a lot of aspects in that story, which that's one of the only stories, which is also Jonathan Hickman, one of the only stories that gained traction based off of story alone, which was Ultimate Spider-Man last year and that Doom one shot.
Yeah.
Both of those stories by themselves gained the traction. It wasn't covers, it wasn't anything like that. And so it just kind of shows you, you know, how good Jonathan Hickman is. But I think that is going to be an influence in Downey's Doom and stuff like that. I think he's reading that, and I think Feige wants him to do that as well. So more comic book, you know, inspiration for the future.
Which, I mean, we look at what James Gunn's doing, and
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. There's definitely like one of the most positive things people are saying about Superman is he's not afraid to make a comic book movie. He's not afraid of the origin of the IP. It's like, why? Like everybody knows what it is. You're not disguising it and making it look like something else, you know? So yeah, he's definitely doing it the right way. And I think it's appealing. I think it's a good marketing tactic. Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you here too long. We've already gone on over our usual time, but yeah, we can wrap it up here, man. I really appreciate you jumping on here with me this evening and chatting and talking about all these different things, because it's been a great conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Anytime if I'm available, I'll definitely hop on. And yeah, it's a good time talking comics.
And where can people find you for those who might be looking to find you online?
Paper Chase Comics on Instagram, Paper Chase Comics on YouTube, and then Paper Chase Reviews also on YouTube. It's slowly getting off the ground, but I want to do a couple of more movie stuff involved in that as well. I just recently saw Weapons, and I just recently saw Together, 2 horror movies. I've always wanted to do like more horror movie reviews and horror, or really more film talk. So I'm gonna try to do that on the Paper Chase Reviews channel. Nice. But I look, there's no set schedule. I make videos when I can, when my life allows me to.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to do. And then and I sell comics on Whatnot as well. So I sell comics on eBay. All that information is in my Instagram and stuff. You can find me where I sell comics.
Yeah, and I'll have the link to your Instagram and anything else that I can find in the description of the bio here very shortly. Thank you again for taking the time out of your evening here to hang out with us, and we will be back next week, hopefully with Dr. Plagueis back in the co-pilot seat here. But if not, you know, maybe we'll give you a call.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, and thanks again for those Digimon.
Oh yeah, you got it, dude. No problem.
Yeah. Sweet. All right, guys, thanks for joining us, and like, subscribe, and all the other stuff. Bye.
Later.